please make sure to hit that like button and share this across other platforms so we can let people know what's going on out in our solar system and the effects it can have here on Earth. Folks, as predicted from a few days ago, our sneaky CME has arrived. We had another one here. You can clearly see our density popped way up. We got up here to about 45 centimeters cubed, and actually looks like it peaked out right around, oh man, I'm going to say about 55 centimeters cubed, which is pretty dense. I'm not going to lie, that's a pretty dense coronal mass ejection, whether it be that glancing blow or not. That's pretty dense. However, we took it pretty good. The chin was reinforced. As you can see, our BZ and our BT being white, BZ being red. We can see that we only got down to about a -7 and maybe down to a -9 at max. So it really wasn't too bad of an event for us. Even though we did take it, it wasn't really harsh. You can see our speeds are actually quite low, and they're just slowly starting to rise a little bit. Temperature is remaining pretty steady, so I'm really not too concerned about this one at this time. We did start off on SolarHam, and now we're over here on spacewitherlive.com, and we're looking at our flares, and we did have an M flare today. It was an M1.09, which isn't too bad. Now, once again, look at here. We're living in C-Flux. Okay, and now with us living in C-Flux, that means M flares are more possible, and we could possibly get into an X here and there, depending on how high up into the C-Flux we happen to get. We are maintaining a relatively low, right around C2, seems to be about the average, and then we are having there are quite a few little, snap, crackles, and pops, but most of those are coming off of the eastern limb, the western limb. But if we take a look over here at our absorption chart, this is the bottom end of that flare. We come back over here to Space Weather Live. We can see that we had our flare right here at 10:20, and it actually did carry on until about 12:10, 12:20. So coming over here, it didn't quite catch it in time. Looks like we're right about 11:59, and we can see that that's the tail end of it, right where it kind of popped up like that, and then petered off. So it was right there over Africa. Africa did get, oh, look at that. We got some proton rides. Now, do you guys know what this is? This was the arrival of that coronal mass ejection. Our north and south poles do have some protons that are energizing them right now, kind of blinking in and out. So don't worry, folks. This is not grids down. It's not lights out. We're not going to die. Everything's going to be fine. This happens regularly. If you happen to be an aurora watcher, yeah, I'd probably be out right about now trying to get photos. I was looking at the Enlil model earlier, but the Enlil model is not caught up. However, the Euphoria model is actually doing pretty good, but theirs is a little bit off. We actually did take that hit, that impact. We're getting it this morning right in here, so there's a little bit of a glitch in the matrix, if you will. And right here is where Earth is, and it should be showing that impact here, but it's not. It actually arrived a little bit early, so because they're showing the arrival on the 15th, but today ain't the 15th. So we did actually get that, in their plasma prediction was a little bit off too. It looks like we're going to be getting some more here. Look at this. This is some pretty good stuff right here. Looks like we're going to be getting a whammy because we got solar winds coming in, plus that coronal mass ejection coming off. So we're definitely going to get that impact. That'll be around the 18th. So yeah, we're going to see some more fireworks, folks, coming at us. Looking over here at the SDO at 193 angstroms of light. We're actually going to take a peek here. Okay, is it working? Yeah. So we're going to actually see an eruption that we had yesterday, and that's this guy right here. You see that? Right here, dead center. Right here, these two areas right here, we did have an eruption, a little coronal mass ejection, and that's what's going to be blending in with the solar winds out of this thing, which is why we're going to be getting that whammy on the 18th, which makes sense. I see that coming. Okay, so that's coming at us. We also did have an eruption. Ooh, what was that? A little blink out. Uh-oh. I wonder what happened there. But if we happen to watch, we can see several eruptions. We see one over here. But here we did have one today. This is where the M flares were coming from, but I'm not seeing anything major. You can kind of see a little bit right here as it comes off, right around there as it lifts off, but you're not seeing a whole lot there. So that reverses back. So I don't think we're going to have anything coming in our direction. I didn't see any solar tsunamis from it. In fact, let's come over here and check it out. 194 angstroms of light, right up to now, and we'll see that right there. Those are the M flares. This is our player right here, and it is starting to depart, heading towards that direction. Now, what's over here? What's over in this direction, folks? Jupiter. Don't forget, we're going to be swinging right around, right in front of it here before too long, between the 23rd and the 24th. So I'd definitely be keeping my eyes open for that. Oh, do you guys see those friends? Oh, look. See that? Got his little friend right here. See him? He's there. Not there. I don't know why these things don't like it. That's why I like using ISWA, because you can see it a lot better. But that's where our little M flare came from. In fact, we can actually go up to, let's go over and check it out. A different angstrom over here. Check it out on the the 304. And we'll actually catch our eruption right here from yesterday. Oh, did I miss it? Nope, I didn't miss it. So we had that little pop yesterday. That was this one here. We had a double pop right here, but this is what gave us our spontaneous M flare. And if we watch, oh, there it is, right here. You guys watch, see that? Whoosh, threw out some plasma. The other thing to take note of is look at all this over here dancing. That's a lot coming around the mountain, folks. Now as we're getting closer, now we're into today. As we get towards the 10 o'clock, right around now, is when we get our flare right over here. Move this up just a little bit. We just had it. See this eruption right over here? See how it's kind of spreading out? Yeah, there was some plasma, but I'm not seeing any dark reminiscent plasma coming in our direction. But the other thing I noticed was, oh, look at that. How you doing, little friend? Going up the backside of the sun? Or coming straight out of it. But either way, this will be facing us soon, folks. Yikes. Doing a quick look at our Schumann. Here is our Russian Schumann and Tom's Crush. We are in 8 days of darkness. This thing stopped right here on the 6th. We don't know what's going on with it, but that's where we're at. Looking over the Italian model. Scroll on down here. This is our electromagnetic field. Okay, electric field, vertical electric field. So you got from the ground up, and that's not looking too shabby. But we did have a spike in the Schumann today. The Schumann currently right now is pretty quiet, but we did have a spike here earlier today, and as you can see, bam, it's a brick wall, red brick wall straight up. So that would be indicative of CERN. When you have a building like this slowly, in fact, they're just starting to show it here. When you have it building up slowly like this can be indicative of thunderstorms rolling through. But when you got a solid brick wall, just bam, like that, that's CERN right there. In fact, half the time they have it on and it just stays on. So, I see you, CERN. I see what you're doing. I got you. Now, don't forget, folks, check out earthquakesandvolcanodiscovery.com. You'll see what's going on. This is just earthquakes over the last 24 hours and volcanoes in eruption mode. As you can see, they're all in red. We had a 5.3 over here in Guam. And look at this big beast 9 hours ago. Magnitude 7.0. Oh my goodness. SSE of Isengel Vanusha. Is that Vanusha? Is that how you say that? I'm terrible sometimes, folks. I apologize. But yeah, that's not good. And then, of course, you got this volcano going off, too. Now, these are the volcanoes. Now, look at the ones that have warning and minor activity. They're all over the place. Now, look what happens when I go to earthquakes over the past 48 hours. Yeah, our plates are moving, folks. All these solar winds and coronal mass ejections absolutely causes an uptick in volcanic and earthquake activity. Taking a last but not least, we're going to come over to spaceweather.com. I'm going to show you guys why. We're going to come all the way down here to where our asteroids, okay, near-Earth asteroids. All right, so as we come down here, we need to be keeping our eyes out for the 23rd, 24th region. And there's a reason. I'm going to be doing a video. It might be a Psycho Clown World, who knows. But it's going to be coming up here pretty soon, folks. And it'll be featured on Jacob of Ephraim. That's my main channel. So you're going to want to keep an eye out for it. I've got some intel for the 24th. There's a lot of things coming down on that day. I'm trying to figure out exactly what. 23rd is supposedly the end of 17 days of mourning for Lizard Queen of England. So we will see what happens, because yeah, it's going to be interesting. You guys are going to want to make sure you tune in. If you're just on Solar Wolf and you're not subscribed to Jacob of Ephraim, I highly suggest you do so and hit that notification bell, because yeah, lots of intel about to be coming out about around those days. So keep your eyes open, no fear, and remember that love is the only way forward. Solar Wolf out.